How hard is it to change spark plugs in a car? Everything I've read says it's fairly easy, but I've also never done anything like this before. It's one of those jobs that's deceptively simple. At a glance, changing spark plugs seems like the kind of thing you can handle on a sunny Saturday afternoon, with the right YouTube tutorial and a modicum of confidence. And you're not wrong, to an extent. You'll need a few things to get going: a socket set, a spark plug socket, an extension, because those little guys can tuck themselves into some tight spots, some dielectric grease, and anti-seize. If you don't have these tools already, cruising down to your local auto parts store will become part one of your car maintenance adventure. Step 1. The prep work. Before you begin, make sure your car is cold. You don't want to be fiddling around in an engine that's hot enough to fry an egg on. I mean, Portland is pretty cool, and I'm not just talking temperature, but no one wants to nurse a burn while the smell of eggs sizzles off their motor. Step 2. Location, location, location. Locating. Your spark plugs is generally simple. They're at the end of those thick wires leading into the engine block. If they're playing hide and seek, consult your owner's manual. It's like the treasure map for your car's inner booty. Step 3. Proceed with caution. Once you find the plugs, be careful when removing the plug wires or coils. Treat them with the respect of an old and brittle philosopher's writings. Rough treatment can spell disaster for your vehicle's ignition system. Step 4. Plug and chug with the wires out of the way. Unscrewing the old plugs is usually straightforward. The plugs themselves are just sitting there, dreaming of the day someone will release them from their combustion chamber prison. But be mindful, if the plugs are over-torqued, they may be stubborn. That's when channeling your inner gentle giant will pay dividends. Patience, grasshopper. Force it, and you're in for a world of pain. Stripped threads can turn that afternoon job into a car-in-the-shop saga. Step 5. Buttoning up now. It's just a matter of screwing in the new plugs to the correct torque. Yes, like a surgeon. Applying dielectric grease to the plug boots. And reassurance of a well-done job with some anti-seize on the threads. In theory, it's all easy-peasy lemon squeezy. In practice, well, there's potential for lemon juice in the eye. It's not always about the difficulty of the job, but the willingness to learn and the understanding that sometimes, despite all the prep, things go haywire. They call it character building. Stay curious and don't be afraid to ask for help, from a friend who knows their way around a car, or even from a local mechanic who can provide some tips. It's like Portland's Hawthorne Bridge, challenging at first glance but a smooth ride once you get going.